G'day humans. So I got a day 3 update for you, and did a pretty good job of doing pretty much nothing today, which is really good. Daughter was a bit sick unfortunately, so she spent a lot of the day kind of just lying in bed reading, but you know, she wasn't feeling great, but she enjoys reading, so I don't think it was necessarily a bad day for her. Got to spend a bit of time with my youngest boy. He went for a walk down the beach. He loves the beach. He loves crabs and shells and water and anything cool really like that. He just loves it. So I went for a nice big walk with him. Got to spend some time with him, which was great. Spent some time just lying by the pool and chilling out. Yeah, it's really just a really kind of day of nothing, which is exactly what we kind of needed. So yeah, starting to get a bit better at it. I woke up early in the morning. Keep waking up early in the morning, but I guess the 3-hour time difference means it's really kind of late. And then checked out. I had a lot of kind of content to film and shoot, just because I'm doing a review of this resort. So I woke up and got all that done, you know, before 9 o'clock basically. Just went around and just kind of filmed everything I wanted to film and said my piece, and kind of got all that work stuff done that I wanted to do, and then just kind of just chilled out all day. So definitely not getting as much work done as I expected to do, because you know, like, we're away but we're not on holiday effectively, because we're just kind of over here because we've got nowhere to live back home. So I still got jobs to do and still got expectations I've got to meet, so haven't quite got that balance right yet. But it's a weekend now back in Australia, so it kind of feels like I got 2 days to kind of catch up on everything. So this is our last day at this resort, and then tomorrow we just booked a place. So we were going to do another review of another place, but it fell through last minute, so we did a last minute booking, and we're going over to Nusa. Check that out. So we have been there before, but the kids were so young I don't think I remember it, so it's a bit more ritzy, I guess, a bit more expensive I'm sure, but anyway, I'll still do a review of it, even though they don't know I'm coming. So travelling is something I've done a lot of, which is kind of why I was saying yesterday about how, you know, like I'd forgotten what it is that it is travelling, which makes it so much fun and such an adventure. It's that kind of unknown, it's that element of risk and that element of just exploration and stepping into the unknown. So I try to embrace that a bit more as we go along. But yeah, when I was younger, I did a lot of travelling, so I thought I'd tell a couple of stories as I go about some of the adventures that we've had in the past, because we've had some pretty wild ones. When I say we, I mean my wife Kate. But as a starter, I guess I thought I'd talk about our first big trip together. I'd previously trekked Nepal in '98, so I'll tell that story a different day, but this isn't about me and my wife. So we got together in the year 2000. We got together actually on New Year's Eve, 99, 2000, New Year's Eve, Y2K. But we'd known each other about three or so years before that. We went to university together. We did molecular biology and genetics, if you can believe it. That's where we met. But we kind of both were in relationships all through university, and then we only ended up single at the same time at the end of 1999 for 2 weeks, I think, and then we got together. And I'd always really liked Kate. I'd have to ask her how she felt about me, but yeah, I always thought she was amazing, so I was pretty stoked. But soon after we got together, she pointed out that she'd been saving to go overseas, and that the relationship wasn't going to last because she wasn't going to give up on that dream. And that was fair enough. And I remember we sat outside a pub near the Sydney University that we used to always go to, and we broke up. We said, okay, well, there's no point then. It was about 3 months in. We went, well, there's no point. We're going to be on this journey together right now, knowing it's going to end, and that you're going to go overseas for a year. And neither of us thought that a long distance relationship was worth doing at our age and that time of our lives. And so we broke up. outside the pub, and then I walked off, and I thought about it for about 5 minutes, and I came back and I said, "Oh, can you give me 5 months, and I'll save up enough money for a plane ticket, and I'll come with you." And she said yes. She's extremely lucky for me. I'm not sure how lucky it was for her. And then the rest is history, you know, but I do often feel like I robbed her of an opportunity to kind of live out the dream that she really wanted to live over there. Just kind of backpack and be solo and unattached and in Europe. But she said yes, and we did it. And I saved up the money, and it took me a bit longer. I got offered an excellent job right in the middle of it. I was launching a new magazine for ACP, who's now Bauer, so one of the biggest publishers in Australia, and there was a new magazine launching, and they brought me on as staff writer for issue 1. And it was a really massive opportunity, and it was a test, I guess. And I warned them beforehand, and they said, "Oh, don't worry about it, just start the job, and see how you feel in a couple of months, And so we delayed the trip a few months, just because I was getting some good coin from them. And then, 5 months in, I quit. And we got on a plane and we left, and we backpacked for almost 18 months. And went to about 70 countries. We went to 3 continents or 4 continents, and thus started in earnest my love of travel. So I'll tell a few more stories as I go, because we had some pretty incredible adventures. I think the guy over there just caught a massive fish. Have a look. Well, massive might be overstating it. All right. Check you later.